So nearly 3,000 live TV channels that we can enjoy on all of our devices absolutely free. Now these channels have a particular focus on USA and UK content. In my previous video, which had lots of international channels, lots of you are asking for more content from these two regions. Well, with this new playlist that I found, we have nearly 3,000 USA and UK channels, and as you can see in the background, we have an almost fully working EPG, the electronic program guide. So this is something else that was requested by you guys, so now you can see exactly what's on the channel now, what's coming on next, and you can now enjoy all of this content across all of your devices. So please do take a moment to hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button. So with all of that being said, if you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with the latest tech tutorials, the latest Firestick, Android and Android TV tips and tricks, then please do subscribe and hit the notification bell. It's a small click from you, but it makes a big difference to me. Thank you. So I'm doing my demonstration on the Amazon 4K Firestick, but you can follow this process on any other Android device. So your Android TVs, your Android phones, your Android tablets. And in reality, as long as your device supports an application which can read an M3U playlist, so even your iPhones and iPads, you can then utilize the playlist in this video. Now to start the process, we're going to use a browser to access my website. So on the Fire Sticks, we can use Downloader. On your Android phones and tablets, you can use the Chrome browser. And on your Android TVs, you can also use the Downloader application. Let's open that up. Now the address for my website is just tdoctoruk.com, but you can also type in the short code, which is just 53402, and click on go. Now when you get to my website, you want to head over to the hamburger menu, which is the one with the 3 lines. Let's click on that and click on tutorials, and the latest tutorial in the list will be how we can access almost 3,000 USA and UK channels on all of our devices. Let's open that up. Here we are. So here's some information about the process. Now in this tutorial, I'm going to use Perfect Player, but as I mentioned before, you can use any other application, like for example, TVMate or IP Smarters. There's just so many different applications available for Android, which allow you to load a custom M3U playlist. So whichever application you're familiar with, you can use that and follow the rest of this process. But in this demonstration, I'm going to download Perfect Player, which also supports EPG, which is the electronic program guide. Let's go down. So here is the link for Perfect Player. Let's click on that first. Let's scroll down and click on download. Now when you click on download, this is actually going to take you to an external page which is hosted on Mediafire. Now I had a couple of questions in my last video because I think people weren't familiar with this website, but as you can see, it is ad supported, and in some cases when you click on download, instead of actually downloading the content, it tries to show you an advert. But we can see in this example, it's downloading it. But in your case, if you see an advert or something pops up, just press the back button on the remote and once again click on the download button, and that will then download the application directly to your device. Once you've done that, we can now click on install, give that a second, and then I'll show you how we can download the playlist. So let's click on OK or click on done. We can now delete the installation file. Let's press back on the remote once, back again. Let's scroll down and we can see we have 2 playlists here. Now, if you didn't watch my previous video, this playlist has about 8,000 channels and a lot of them are international. So if you're looking for more global content, international content, then this is the playlist for you. But in this demonstration, I'm going to focus on this playlist, the USA UK playlist, which has about 3,000 channels. So let's click on that. So same process again, you click on that first, you scroll down, you click on the green download button, and when you get to the Mediafire page, you want to click here once. And typically it's not showing me an advert, but I've seen it before where sometimes it takes you to another page, which is actually just an advert. So if that happens to you, all you need to do is just press back on the remote once and then click on download. Okay, we can see that the playlist is downloaded, and then we can just confirm that it is inside the downloader folder, because that's the application I'm using to download this. That file is now inside the downloader folder. Once we've done that, I can now click on done. Let's now press the home key and let's now start Perfect Player for the first time. Let's open that up. So the first thing you want to do in this application is go to the cogwheel. Let's click on that. And now we have a couple of options, but we can go to General. And we now have the option to add a playlist, either a URL, something online, or in our example, because we've downloaded a playlist, I can now click on that. So here it's asking you, do you want to enter in a URL? But I'm going to click on the small folder because I want to use a playlist that's already on my device. So when I click on that, it asks me that can Perfect Player access your device? We say OK. And we then need to click on that again. And we should now be able to see the file structure of my 4K Firestick. And we can see exactly that. So now I'm going to go down and I'm going to find the downloader folder. Let's open that up. And now we can see all of the things I previously downloaded. And in this example, I downloaded the USA UK playlist. We can see I have two on mine because I was testing the process, but just click on one of these, scroll down and click on OK. And there we can just see that it's now going to use that playlist. I'm now going to press back on the remote, back again. And it's now going to do a refresh and access that entire playlist and then show you all of the channels that are in that playlist. And there we are, guys. So this is the all channel section. If I press up on the remote, we can see we have 2,726 channels that we can enjoy on all of our devices, absolutely free and absolutely legally. So do give a thumbs up for that. Now the way this application works is we can see we're in the all channels, but if I now press right on the remote, this then shows me all of the animation channels. I can once again press right on the remote. Then we have the automotive channels, business, classic, comedy, cooking, culture, documentary, education, entertainment, family, local, and you will see there's lots of local channels in here. You have movies, music. Now, as you can imagine, going through a big list every day is going to take up too much time. So I highly recommend you add channels into your favorites. So let's say I'm interested in this Harley Davidson factory. First, if I click on that, and we can see it's working absolutely fine. And there at the bottom, you can see it's a fantastic 1080p picture. So now let's say, for example, I do like this channel. If I click on that again, I'm now going to press the Option key, which is the one with the 3 lines, which is known as the context key. Let's click on that. I now have the option to add this channel into my favorites. Let's do that now. And we can see it now has a small heart icon next to it. So we've added one channel in our favorites. Say we can see in comedy, they've got about 80 channels. So let's say, for example, looking at this Redbox 2 comedy, let's click on that just to make sure that's working properly. That's working great. So once again, I'm now going to press the select button again and select add to favorites. So we've now added 2 channels into our favorites. Now, once you've done that, once you've got all of your channels added into your favorites, the way you actually get to your favorites is once again, press the context key, scroll down and click on show favorites, and we can see we now see all of the favorites in their respective categories. But I personally think it's easier just to go to the right and go to all channels. So now we can see all of my favorite channels across all of those different categories. Okay, so that's all working great. How do we now add an EPG into this process? Now the way we do that is once again press the context key, go over to settings, go back into general, and we can see underneath the playlist, we have the option to add an EPG. And once again, we can type in a URL or we can select a local file. In this example, we can type in a URL, or in fact 2 URLs. And the address for that is just http:// and then the short code bit.ly/. So let's firstly add in the USA EPG. So type in USA EPG. And then 01 at the end. That's the first one. And click on next. And click on OK. We've added the first one. And we can see we now have the option to add in a secondary EPG. So let's also click on that. And once again, type in the address of just http:// and again, just bit.ly/. And this is going to be the UK EPG 01. That's that. Let's click on next. Click on OK. That's now gone in. We have 2 URLs for our EPG. Let's press back on the remote. Back again. And this will now do a refresh of that playlist and now start showing you the content from those EPGs. And now when I press the context key, we have the option show EPG. Let's click on that. And we now see the EPG, guys. So you can see some, not all of these channels now tell you exactly what's on now, what's coming on next. This is the local section. Here we can see some EPG for the shopping section, and here's some for the outdoor section. So still some work to do, but I'm always looking for more playlists, more EPGs that I can share with you guys, giving you the option to enjoy more free content. So make sure you are subscribed, make sure you hit the notification bell with all notifications. Do leave me a comment below, let me know what you think about this video, and I'll hopefully catch up with you guys real soon. Thanks.